Cape Town, South Africa. From here, the Cape of Good Hope Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals covers an area of 9,000 square miles. 10 inspectors respond to over 6,000 calls a year, reports of cruelty and pleas for help. Today, there's an emergency for Chief Inspector Andries Venter. A cat is trapped by its leg, in pain and in danger.
The neighbours have called it in, saying that they're very concerned that the cat has been there for quite some time. I'm trying to get there as soon as possible, because you never know how bad these situations are, and if it's been there for that long, then it could be dehydrated, it could be quite severely injured. Where's a cafe? Okay.
The cat's leg is jammed between the joints of a cement wall.
Don't know how you got this right.
Okay, that whole leg looks like it's broken off.
Yeah, I hope not. Okay.
It looks like it jumped over the wall and the leg slipped in between the cement wall.
There's no ways I can try and push this wall to your side.
Yeah, this is going to hurt.
Okay, just mind you, boys.
With the help of the neighbours, Venter manages to ease the leg free. And now he can see it's seriously damaged.
So, can I go through your house?
Okay, I'll get the gloves.
That leg's completely twisted and completely mangled. Oh, who are the owners?
The cafe.
Do they know that we're taking it?
Yeah, because I told him I'm phoning the SPCA.
It's not far away, and our vets are on standby.
There's no time to wait for the owner. The cat needs to get to the hospital urgently.
Control, coming for Alpha. I'm on my way back with the cat. The left rear leg seems to be quite badly fractured and twisted. If you could let the vets know, I'm on my way back.
Back at the SPCA's HQ in the Grassy Park district, vet Miles Penfold is standing by. The cat seems to be in a state of shock.
You know, kid. Eh? Okay. Feel on there. What I'm doing here is I'm just doing a palpation of this leg. Because he's been hanging on the leg, we wanted to see, is it dislocated, or are there any obvious fractures that we can pick up? And then on X-ray, we'll see anything that we haven't palpated. We can very clearly see there's a massive problem down here, but we just want to check the rest of the leg. The tibia is dislocated completely from the metatarsal region over here. All the ligaments you can just see from this leg have already been torn. So what we're going to do now is give him an anesthetic and do the X-ray, see what's happening on there, and then make a decision from there.
Once the sedative has taken effect, Miles can use the X-rays to get a proper look at what's going on inside the leg. Only then will he know whether it can be saved. Inspector Wilber Khenkebe is just a few miles away. He's been called in by the police. A horse has been viciously attacked by a dog.
The dog just came and bite the horse on the road. This gentleman is the owner of the horse. Now I'm just waiting for the horse box to take him. He's still coming now.
I came down with the horse. Apparently the dog came running out and the dog started just biting the horse. And I tried to get the dog away.
Police Captain Isaac Hanekom was first on the scene after the attack.
While we were on patrol, we saw the horse coming running from their direction towards the side. And we drove past we followed the horse, put on the sirens and everything, and I jumped out of the police vehicle, and I tried to get hold of his rope, and I found the rope and I tightened him here through this thing, and I saw the severe injuries this horse sustained.
First time I see this kind of thing, where a horse is being bitten like this by a dog.
It is shocking because apparently the people are the dog, they're also scared for the dog.
We'll do everything in our power to see that something has been done to the owner of this dog.
Trainee equine inspector Jacques Buis has arrived with the horse box.
I need to go to the owner. I think the owner should sign this dog over because it's a dangerous dog. I mean, he might have killed the child.
Just open there for the...
Buis will take the horse back to the SPCA. Wilber will try to track down the attacker before it does any more harm. The horse that was attacked by a Pitbull terrier has arrived at the SPCA for medical treatment. The vets have helped stable master Tex Davey make an initial assessment of the damage.
She's in shock. She's in a state of shock. We have given her medicine to combat that. We've also given her antibiotic and a painkiller.
Okay, Mashi. Okay.
Trainee equine inspector Jacques Buis flushes out the wounds.
This is one of the worst injuries I've seen with a dog bite because it's quite substantial. Possibly the good thing about it is that it's cleanly sliced because that's basically what it has happened there. Apparently, I think this was a pit bull. We'll have to treat this as an open wound. We won't be able to stitch because of the depth of the wound.
Tex is hopeful that the horse will respond to treatment. But with such an unusual case, he can't know for sure whether a full recovery is possible or how long it will take.
What we're doing at the moment is we're shaving around the wound, around the damaged area, in order to prep for ointments and so on, to keep this wound clean and insert antiseptics into the wound and actually pack it. Fortunately, she's very good. I know it's difficult, but I think more dog control is needed. And especially in recent times, it's become a big problem. People getting bitten by dogs, especially those type of dogs. You know, unfortunately, at the end of the day, it's not really the dog, it's the owners. The problem lies with keeping correct controls and so on in place.
Now Inspector Wilber Khenkebe wants to find the dog that carried out the attack. The police officers who found the horse have established where the dog lives. Police Captain Isaac Hanekom accompanies Wilber to speak to the owners. The dog's back in its yard and chained, but Wilber's not happy to leave it here.
I just got this case where the dog bit a horse. So I was just coming to talk with you people to sign this dog over because he's a danger. Don't you want to sign this dog over too? Huh? No, it's not a problem. You can. It's fine. Then you can speak to the law enforcement for this. The law enforcement will confiscate this dog. They will take it by force. They have powers to do that. The owner doesn't want to sign it over. This one will attack it. It's very dangerous.
Wilber and Captain Hanekom decide to back off and give the owners time to think about their decision. Finally, they relent and sign the dog over. He'll be taken to the SPCA for assessment. It's warming up in Cape Town, and spring's the breeding season for the Cape fur seal. That means there are thousands of pups swimming around just off the shore, and some of them, inevitably, are going to get into trouble. Wildlife Inspector Kira Joshua has received a call from a member of the public who has spotted a young seal in distress.
Is he on the rocks entangled?
Kira has brought trainee inspector Liesl Pienaar with her. The rocks are not far from the Cape Town waterfront.
according to that man over there, it's a pup still, so it should be fairly young and small. It seems to be entangled in fishing nets. Doesn't seem as though it can go anywhere. So we're just going to see if we can help him out.
The tide's coming in, and the tangled net is hampering the seal's ability to swim. Kira and Liesel need to work quickly.
Liesel, you want to go on top? I'm going to go down here. Just make a noise or something on that side.
Liesel draws the seal's attention as Kira edges closer with the net.
Can you come in between over here? Between the rocks. Between the rocks here. He's stuck. We can't go anywhere. Okay. Good. Got him? Yep. Okay, babes. Okay, baby. Make sure the tide doesn't come in as well. We find a lot of seals like this out here because they come into the harbour and it's basically pollution in that. And this is what happens. The animals become entangled in it. It starts cutting into them. The netting got stuck on the side of the rock over there. So it was easier. Otherwise, if it wasn't stuck, we wouldn't have been able to get him, to get this. Oh, okay, just make doubly sure. Hey, baby. Okay, okay, okay. Wait. You sure? Yeah. Okay.
The pup's healthy and has no injuries, so now that he's free of the net, he can make his own way back into the water.
It's very hard working on the rocks tide coming in and everything, but this was successful, so.
At the SPCA hospital in Grassy Park, X-rays have confirmed vet Miles Penfold's fears for the cat, whose leg got trapped in a wall. The cat's now being prepared for surgery.
If we look on the X-ray here, the pelvis is fine. There's no problems that we're seeing there. But the major problem is this. The actual shin bone over here is majorly dislocated. It should be sitting nicely on top of this. And it's out by quite a decent distance here. So all the ligaments are completely ripped on that there. Really, it just confirms what we felt in the clinical. We will go ahead with an amputation. What we will do with the amputation is we'll take the whole leg off up at this area up here. So we'll basically go and take all the muscles off here, and then we just take the top of the femur right there, lift that off, close the muscles up, and they'll do very, very well like that.
Miles is convinced amputation is the best thing for the animal.
Ideally, we always want to save the limb, but if we do go about an amputation, what we find with cats is they handle it really, really well. We do 2 or 3 a week, and they work very, very well. So not quite like people where we've only got 2 legs, you take one off, it really becomes a problem. On 3 legs, they do brilliantly.
The operation will take under 2 hours, and then the cat can begin his recovery on 3 healthy legs. Inspector Wilber Khenkebe is on the road again. He's received a report of a pack of unhealthy dogs being kept in a yard in Lavender Hill.
Today, sir, I'm Inspector Wilber from the SPCA. I received a complaint about dogs here, that you got plus minus 10 dogs that appear to be thin and have mange.
The man says the dogs belong to his wife, but he'll show them to Wilber. Wilber can see straight away there are problems.
These dogs are, you see these with the long hair, they are muttards. Look at those. And the others, like this one, he's got mange. You can see on his ears, on his face. This place is unhygienic with this mattress and things. It causes them having fleas. They got too much fleas.
Local bylaws prohibit anyone from keeping more than 3 dogs, quite apart from the health issues. Something needs to be done.
I'm concerned about it, the yard itself and the number of dogs that are here. There's too many dogs. If you can have less dogs, you can be able to sort of having them sterilized and you can be able to have them treated. Hello, 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 hello.
The man's wife has returned. She's not happy at Wilber's proposal that he should take some of the dogs.
Law enforcement sal ook hier kom want ons werk saam met die law enforcement.
Nee meneer, ek sal dit sê, maar ek wou want ek hoor dit die ander one.
Wilber decides to give her a chance.
What I'm gonna do now, I just spoken to this lady now that this is not right to have so many dogs. But I won't enforce taking these dogs right now. But you must clear up this in here outside. And you must clean up there and then take these weeds out because they're causing ticks on the dogs. Okay, I'll give you a warning note now.
Okay.
To take these dogs to a clinic. But this is not gonna be just once, it's gonna be on a regular basis.
The woman will have to take responsibility for the dog's health if she's to keep them.
The dogs are overcrowded, but they're not dying, and I have to give that 4 or 7 days a warning note. I don't have to confiscate right away. Only when they haven't done anything on the 7 days, then I will take action.
Wilber will be back in a week's time to make sure the dogs have been to a vet and a groomer and that the yard is being cleaned up. If not, he won't need to give a second warning. Senior Inspector James Murphy has received a disturbing call. 2 dogs are alleged to have been dumped down a drain. Murphy doesn't know yet whether they are alive or dead. Murphy's brought trainee inspector Moyo Makar with him.
Oh my gosh. That one's been choked. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Looks like this one's kind of been tied there or something.
Yeah.
They're in a terrible state, but both dogs are still alive.
They could have fallen down there, but the one has got a lead on it around its neck and it looks a bit like it's choking, so the sooner we get down there, the better.
Moyo volunteers to get the dogs out.
Hello, puppy. Come on, puppy.
I don't know how long they've been down here, but they've been drinking this water. I mean, it's pretty gross.
Hello, boy.
Just careful what you stand on there. It might sink in. It looks solid at the bottom there, but...
Yeah. It's great. It's all right.
I don't think he's going to bite.
Oh, he's got a tie.
Looks like a school tie or something.
Yeah. And it's got a tight knot. He's strangled. And the mouth is a bit swollen, so the circulation is bad.
It's looking like this was no accident.
I think the circulation has been very bad. Okay. It's all right, boy. It's all right.
Oh, careful. Okay. Whoa. There we go.
All right. Okay. It's all right.
His whole mouth is all swollen. Okay, I think the best is just to get him into the box and then we'll leave the vet to examine that and decide what to do with that. This is good.
You go.
Yeah. Got him?
Come on, boy.
It's all right, baby. It's all right. It's all right. Is that also a school tie?
It's all right. Yes, he's also got a tie.
There we go.
He's got blood dripping.
Blood?
One of the toes, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, so he's cut his foot there.
Yeah, he's
somewhere as well.
cut his foot and...
A tumour. Okay,
So-
let's get it inside.
Okay, boy.
Let's put her over.
The dogs have been suffering, and it seems that dumping them may have been a deliberate act of cruelty. But the priority for now is to get them to the hospital. The day's nearing its end, but the SPCA's inspectors are still hard at work. Conchita Milburn has received a call for assistance from fellow inspector Nelson Sawati. Cape Town is crisscrossed by canals designed to drain away floodwaters in times of heavy rain. They can be dangerous places for an animal.
We've got it appears to be a white-tailed cetacean that's fallen into the canal.
The canal's sides are too steep for the dog to climb out on its own. It's now hungry, exhausted, and fearful. Conchita and Nelson have come up with a plan.
So we're just gonna go to inspectors on either side and then move towards the center. Apparently the dog may have been there since Saturday, so they normally become quite wary and agitated. We need to get into the water.
All right. Okay, we start again.
Unfortunately, the dog has other ideas. The makeshift barrier's not going to hold him back.
Go through. We need to hold it tighter.
All right. He has gone now further in order to...
Yeah, I'm gonna drive down.
Okay.
If I can drive down, then I'll chase him this way.
This way?
Yeah. So maybe you guys stay here, but just pull the net tighter.
All right.
The dog travels quickly through the shallow water, and he's soon out of sight. As Conchita trudges along the canal, she realizes it's not going to be as simple as she thought.
Okay, we've got a problem in that the dog is coming back towards you guys, but there's a split in the canal going right and left. As I was walking, he just kept on walking away from me. And then I saw him turn around. So as far as I know, he's heading this way. But the other problem is we've got these stormwater drain pipes on the side.
He's disappeared, and it's getting late.
If they spot him again tomorrow morning, let us know. That's all they can do. I mean, unfortunately.
This is horrible leaving, though.
They'll be back as soon as anyone sights the dog. He shouldn't come to harm, unless there are storms in the night.
I got stones in my boots.
Senior SPCA Inspector James Murphy and trainee Inspector Moyo Makar are on their way to the hospital with the two dogs that appeared to have been cruelly left in a drain to die. Vet Miles Penfold will examine them.
Do we know how long they've been there, or?
No idea how long they've been there.
Okay, right, let's have a look at you. It's a little girl here. This one's quite rather thin. You can start feeling the muscles up on the top of the head. So straight away it's telling me that, you know, if this is an owned animal, this certainly hasn't been looked after. All right, let's have a look at this side. Thanks.
Now Miles has discovered another, more serious problem.
Right, as we get on to abdominal palpation, what we've discovered is a very hard nodular mass that's got a really strong pulse along the inside of it. That's the first thing that strikes me is this is really, really strange. Most likely a cancer of sorts. Not great for this dog at all here. You know, I don't know where else this may or may not have spread, and with a stray dog in this condition, I think it's unlikely that we're going to have an owner coming forward here. You know, it's not a great prognosis for her, and left on its own, this could result in just quite a slow, painful death down the line.
Now for the second dog, and if anything, it's in even worse shape.
Right, there we go, pups. The first thing we can see from this dog is it's completely emaciated, quite close to the point of starvation. Got a massive, massive, massive lump that's not attached to the vertebra, that's free moving at the back of the abdomen here. It's in the region of the bladder, but it's just a hard lump. Is this another cancer that's sitting here? We've really got an animal that's on the point of death, and we certainly aren't going to just let them carry on suffering like that. So it's actually really fortunate for this animal that she's been able to come through here. Unfortunately, she's really too far gone to get it better from this stage, and it's actually going to be far more humane to just let it go. If we hadn't found them in that hole today, probably within the next 3 to 4 days, they would have died of hunger and starvation, and that's a really slow, painful death. And thank you to the person that's brought them, and that we can actually let them go, without letting them go through that unnecessary suffering.
It's a sad ending, but it's a more humane one than to actually just be left dying in a sewer. Pretty sad state, that people actually go to the lengths to actually dump an animal down there. It's really a sad reflection on people. What we would have loved to do is find out who the culprit was and take him to court. But I don't think that's going to happen. Nobody's going to really come forward, and you'll never find the owner of the dogs. So it's just saddening, that people would resort to such cruelty.
Yesterday, Inspectors Conchita Milburn and Nelson Sawati had to abandon their attempt to rescue a dog that was stuck in a drainage canal, unable to climb the steep walls. Now Conchita's back.
Well, we received a call this morning from somebody driving past on the Ep5 saying they'd seen the same dog in the canal. So it's day 2, we're going to try again, hopefully be successful. So we've got the other team going from down there, and we're just going to walk together and hopefully get the dog in the middle.
Conchita's brought extra reinforcements this time, in the shape of Senior Inspector James Murphy.
Livingston! Nice to meet you.
Ahoy, fellow adventurer and discoverer.
Okay, we're going to wait here, and Andries and them are going to chase the dog this way.
How far down are they going?
They're at Access Park.
Wildlife Inspector Kira Joshua and trainee Nadia Hugo are also here, and Chief Inspector Andries Venter is further down the canal. They're leaving nothing to chance this time.
This is a regular thing with dogs in the canal. They seem to fall in or get chucked in or whatever. So we end up having to do this, quite often.
Yeah, just to advise, I've just spoken to Alpha. He said they're about to go under the M5. There's no way the dog could have gone past them. They got in at the beginning of the canal and they're coming towards you.
Can we not feed the rope?
Through it.
Tie it here.
There he is. There he is.
Is he coming?
Yeah, leave it, Conchita. Stand closer, so we've got a solid wall. And if he just won't, as long as he doesn't get past us here, and then they could come up behind him and... Hey, big boy! He's just panicking. He doesn't know what he's just scared. Don't let him get past, Nadia. Come, sunshine. Kira, are you ready? Hey, big boy! Come on! Come on! Come on! There we go!
Gonna go over, huh?
Come on! There we go! Come on! Come on! Come on, boy!
Come, Baba.
There you go. Pull it. Pull it. Push it down. There you go. Got him. Okay. Got him. Okay. I think he's going to try and bite us.
Our rescues like this, you do need, the numbers of people involved definitely helps a lot.
1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay. You got it? Got him. Got it. Got it. Okay. You're going to take the side. You're going to go.
Fine. Even through this glove, I can feel the ribs. I'm very scared. Not aggressive, just doesn't know. Bewildered is the word I'm looking for. It's a white breed German Shepherd, so it's quite a significant breed for this area. So it is my suspicion that it is owned. Maybe it's been lost for some time. I don't know. Bit of TLC, and hopefully the owners will claim it.
The dog will go back to the SPCA to recover, and they'll wait in hope for a call from his owner. Inspector Wilber Khenkebe is on his way back to Lavender Hill, to the yard where 9 dogs were covered in fleas and ticks. It's 7 days since he issued a warning to the owner.
I'm just coming for the follow-up now, as I've left a warning for cleaning up the area.
The weeds and old mattresses have gone, but the dogs haven't changed much.
Maar kan niet allemaal aanslapen.
Maar als het misschien riet.
Yeah, the situation is you've cleaned the area, but the animals that I was referring to as well, that has got mange, that he was supposed to be taken to a mobile clinic. But he said the mobile clinic weren't there.
The dogs are still untreated, am I correct?
That's right. They are still untreated for the mange, which I was concerned of.
Wilber consults Chief Inspector Andries Venter.
You must give them a 24-hour or not a 24 by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. They must contact you with proof of treatment and grooming of the dog, failing which you will obtain a court order and you will remove the dogs.
Okay, thanks. Over and out. Chief Inspector, I've spoken to him now about this whole situation. He's not actually happy that we haven't taken these dogs to a vet, and also the grooming. You need to take them to a grooming parlor, and you need to take these dogs to a vet. Decide to give you 24 hours. Failing which, I'm gonna have to confiscate these animals, and I can take these animals without your consent.
The deadline's clear. If the dogs haven't seen a vet by the following morning, Wilber will take the matter to the court. Four days ago, Chief Inspector Venter rescued a cat whose leg had become trapped in a wall.
Okay, that whole leg looks like it's broken off.
The leg couldn't be saved, but the surgery to remove it was a complete success. Now Venter is returning the cat to his owner, although it turns out that he's not really a pet, but a semi-wild street cat who's been adopted by the local shopkeeper.
I just need you to complete that part for me, saying that you are the owner. He's been eating fine, he's been walking all right. The vets are very happy with the progress. He'll be wary for a couple of days. He knows this area.
Shop owner Sean Dale will be keeping a watchful eye out for the cat as he adapts to his new three-legged life.
He just comes and goes. Basically, when we open up in the morning at like 6, he's here. The back door waiting, and then makes his way in, and we feed him, and he hangs around a bit. Then he goes out, then he comes back in the afternoon for snack, and then he ducks and does his thing and comes back in the evening again. And then he's here, spends a couple of hours here until I close. He sort of knows closing time. But he's got more than 9 lives, so he's quite a tough little character.
But Sean, thank you. All right, I'll keep in touch. Cool.
The dog rescued from the canal has been recovering at the SPCA and slowly learning to trust the people there. Now he's ready for vet Miles Penfold to take a look at him.
He was found, I think 2 days ago, running up and down in the canal, and he was very nervous when he came in. So we just let him calm down now, and now he's quite used to being handled. Having a look at the eyes and the teeth, they're nice and clean, the gums are pink, the eyes are clear, there's no signs of cataracts. No. Okay. Jesse, can you just hold him, just bring him this way? And if you can just hold him short, if we can just muzzle him.
He's almost certainly someone's pet, but he doesn't like being handled.
Easy, come. He's still a little bit nervous, but compared to yesterday, I mean, we could hardly touch him yesterday. All right, that's all fine. Okay, just having a look at a feel there. Some dogs will be a little bit sensitive to just being touched underneath in the groin area, like that. He's not painful there, the skin's all quite normal there. The lymph nodes are all normal in the back of the leg and basically clinically really normal. He is rather underweight, not excessively, but he is quite thin. So really we feed him up for 3 or 4 weeks and he'll put all his condition back on there. And then if the owners do not come forward, be over to the adoption centre.
Meanwhile, out in the kennels, there's been a surprise visit from the owner of the flea-infested dogs from Lavender Hill. She's brought the dogs in, and she's accepted she needs help.
But now, have you done
Wilber has persuaded her that 9 dogs is too many for her to look after properly. They've come to an agreement.
This lady is the owner of these dogs. She's gonna select 3 dogs now, and the other rest we're gonna keep it here. It's gonna be better to control a lesser dog than many dogs. And even on the yards, to clean the yard, there's gonna be less work to clean.
The woman will take 3 dogs home after they've been treated for fleas, ticks, and any mange they might have. The rest of the dogs will also get the treatment they need, and then they'll be prepared for adoption. It's a compromise that suits everyone.
The dog just came and bite the horse on the road.
It's a month since a horse was attacked by a Pitbull terrier that had escaped from its yard.
This is one of the worst injuries I've seen with a dog bite.
The law enforcement will confiscate this dog.
Assessment at the SPCA confirmed the dog was dangerous, and it was humanely euthanized to prevent any further attacks. Thankfully, the horse has made remarkable progress in the care of stable master Tex Davey.
Hello, girl. We're back now with this filly, Darling, her name is. The one who was unfortunately attacked by the dog, the Pitbull. She's been in now approximately 4 weeks. And as you can see, this wound is healed tremendously well. Okay, you have a little bit of a lip, what we call a lip here, which is basically dead skin, which will fall off with a little bit of time. There will be an ointment that will be applied and an antibiotic spray. And then if you look further back here, which was the deeper wounds, they've healed very, very nicely. They actually sealed. The owner has been in a couple of times to see me, and obviously they're very chuffed, and the kids at home are eagerly awaiting her arrival. Very nice owner, very concerned owner, so we're quite happy that this pony can go back to the owner.
The horse just needs a final checkover from the vets. Then she should be able to go home within the week. It's Wildlife Inspector Kira Joshua's day off today, so trainee Inspector Liesl Pienaar is working solo when she gets a report of some deadly creatures found in the garden of a house. It's in the Constantia Valley, 10 miles outside Cape Town.
Today we got a call for 2 puff adders, which are venomous snakes, one of the most venomous snakes in South Africa.
The puff adder is found throughout southern Africa. It can strike suddenly and quickly, digging long fangs into its prey. Thankfully, Liesl used to work in nature conservation and has plenty of experience handling snakes.
Are they in here?
The gardeners have already trapped the 2 snakes and have put them in plastic tubs.
Yeah, he's in very good shape.
There is a male and a female. They seem calm, but Liesl knows exactly how dangerous they can be.
With the puff adders, you have about 8 hours. They've got cytotoxic venom, so it will basically eat the meat and the flesh and stuff.
The homeowner spotted the snakes in the garden, but knew he didn't want to handle them himself.
I tried to find a number of a snake catcher. That didn't work. Meanwhile, the gardeners had got themselves 2 buckets, and there's only one fearless chap, and that's Charles the gardener. The rest were very scared of any activity going on and kept their distance, but Charles is fearless with snakes.
A lot of times we have a problem because people are afraid of snakes, so they don't generally try and save them. They usually try and kill them. So today we've got lucky and they actually tried to catch them. They were successful, and they're going back to the wild.
Liesl plans to release the snakes in a large nature reserve where there are no houses.
I'm going to take this drum over there. I'm basically just going to tip it over and make some noise this side, hoping that they'll move away from the noise. So it's a good release site because it's fairly undisturbed by man. So they should fit in very well here, especially since we're going to release them as a pair as well. Okay. Good release. At least they didn't go towards the road. They both went off into the bushes. I'm sure they'll find each other again.
The dogs from Lavender Hill have been receiving treatment for their tick and flea infestation, and now they are ready to be assessed for adoption. Volunteer Malcolm Rhodes will assist SPCA animal behaviourist Candice de Villiers.
We're going to be assessing this dog to try and see if she is suitable for adoption and which home would suit her, which she would fit into nicely. Okay, so the next step is going to be stroking her, see if she enjoys the affection from the humans. She is showing her flank, lifting her leg, showing her flank, pulling her ears slightly back, which is a sign of a little bit of submission, as well as, please don't hurt me, I don't mean you any harm. So from here we're going to be going over to checking her teeth to see if she's happy with humans handling her in her mouth, in her face. Clearly she doesn't mind that at all, her tail's wagging all the way through. Then we're going to go over to a safe hug. Clearly she's also very happy with that. It's nice to be able for us to kind of have an indication as to the dog's personality. This particular dog would be suitable with children. Some dogs do not appreciate being hugged and handled and in their faces. With a food bowl, some dogs can be more possessive over food, especially if they've been starved. The plastic hand is there to be utilized so that it's not our hand. Put the hand in the food and scramble the food around while she's eating. She's not 100% happy with it, but she's allowing it. Very good candidate for readoption. It's a happy dog. Might need a little bit more confidence with new owners and the household, but she should be able to cope very happily within just getting used to the new household.
1 down, 5 to go. But if they're all as friendly as this one, it shouldn't be long before they're in new homes. Darling, the horse that was attacked by a dog, has been given the all clear by the SPCA vets, and now Inspector Wilber Khenkebe has the happy task of helping owner Shamil Jacobs take her home.
I feel it's good now that the horse is going home. It is now treated, it's healed up nicely. We're taking it home now. This was a very sad situation where the horse was so bitten. But now it's fine. Now I'm happy, I am happy now.
The Cape of Good Hope SPCA has a specialist horse unit with a staff of 6, all dedicated to providing the help animals like this need. Like the other 93 SPCAs in South Africa, they depend on public donations to support them in this work.
All these wounds that were badly open, as you know, are all healed up. And this one is also nicely healed up.
The speed of Darling's recovery took everyone by surprise.
When I first saw the horse that time, I didn't know if she's going to live or if she's going to die. And I must say thank you to the SPCA, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't know what happened to her. I must say I'm very amazed that she's quickly got better, because I thought it's going to maybe take a year or if it's not more than a year, but I'm very glad she is better.
Shamil's family are delighted to have her back.
You happy to see darling, Evie? Darling's gonna go dinner away now. Our grandchildren, everyone likes the horse because anyone can take her out of the stables and take her for a walk. She'll do nothing, she'll just walk with him. I'm very pleased to have her back.
This place is unhygienic.
When Inspector Wilber Khenkebe found 9 dogs covered in fleas and ticks and living in a dirty yard, he persuaded the owner to bring them into the SPCA for treatment and to sign over 6 of them. One of them has already found a new home. Marimba has been living with the Snell family for a week now.
We'd been to the SPCA early to mid-January, and we looked at the dogs there, but we didn't quite gel with anyone in particular, and then we went again last Saturday, and then we saw Marimba straight away, and picked up on the Wednesday. They do a lot of work for all kinds of animals, and it just seemed like an obvious place to go. And the people who work there are very dedicated, and they were good with us. So.
Come. Yeah, she settled well. On the first night we came back, she was really sweet. Amy was chasing after her, trying to touch her paws because she didn't know what paws were. And Marimba kept moving away. And then eventually Marimba just lay down and let Amy touch her and pat her, and it was really sweet. She's so well behaved and almost like she's so well trained.
The description said she was good with children, and that was important.
She's quite an interesting dog because she has a very relaxed temperament, but also she has a high energy. You couldn't believe how quickly we grew attached to her. Just one day, and we just thought, wow. I mean, the longer she stays here, the more we love her. We think, wow, she's just such an amazing dog.
There's more good news in the case of the dog that was lost in a canal. The SPCA have tracked down his owner. Courtly Oliver says the dog was frightened by fireworks and escaped.
The dog just got out. How the dog got out, I wouldn't know. I was really happy to find that it was safe.
The dog, Rex, was a gift from his wife, so Courtly was especially distraught when Rex disappeared.
It was given to me. There's a photo of him over there. That's when I got him. And I mean, you don't want to lose something that's been given to you, man. When he was found, I was happy.
It's been 5 weeks of uncertainty, but now Courtly and Rex are reunited for good.